So, we are hopefully very, very warm by now. We have learned some steps and some movements, so let's try and put them all together. So, we're going to start with the forward and back going around. I don't mind which option you choose, but there will be some variations available in a bit. So the basic option is to go forward and back and turn this way, forward and back and turn this way, forward and back and turn this way, forward and back to the front. Then we're going to go forward and back and forward and back and face the front. If you prefer, you can just go forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and do some big ones to finish, a little bit Charleston-y. That's fine. Either option is good. Either option will look lovely. It's all down to your personal taste, and if all that turning is giving you a headache, you are perfectly welcome to just go forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and forward and back, and then maybe to do more going forwards and back, or maybe just do forward and back right at the end of this segment to show you know how to do it. I'm going to do one going this way, one doing the angles, this way again, angles again, just so everyone gets a chance to practice everything. Decide which one you like now. I'm not going to hold you to it, but I am going to go forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and facing forwards to go from here, forward and back and forward and back. Or if you prefer it, and we do need to go in the direction we were walking last time, if you remember that. If you ended facing this way, you're going to start going there or there. If you ended facing this way, you're going to start by going there or there. Take your pick. So doing that with the corners now, we go forward and back and 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 forward and back. And here I am standing in the middle ready to go. Let's do that again going this way in case you were walking the other way when we danced it. Angles first. Forward and back and 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 forward and back. Don't worry about the arms. There is no set rule for arms for this section. Just keep them here, or if you want to, this is very tribal actually, I'm not quite sure why I decided to do this today. Do this one, you can. If you want to alternate your arms with your legs, you can. So, our first section of our dance is just whichever version you like of forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, moving round the room, then forward and back, bringing us back, what have we been doing, to face the front. Hopefully you can get all that part. Okay, so that wouldn't be much of a dance on its own. So our next section is coming down to our hips. Now, you might find you're more comfortable starting on this hip, you might be more comfortable starting on this hip. Whichever hip feels more natural, because it's one of those rare moments when both feet should be here, there shouldn't really be a dominant hip. You're going to do one really big hip circle, figure eight side on that hip. So you're going to do one really big one, and then two small ones or two normal ones. 1, 2, and then one really big one, and two small ones, two normal ones. 1, 2, and 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, I think it's one, so it's 3 of these. One big one, two small ones, one big one, two small ones, one big one, two small ones, and then just 3 normal ones. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to finish that off by stepping back and just dipping down and bobbing up. Dipping down and bobbing up. Okay, so that section is 1, and I'm bringing my arms up as I do that. 1, 2. Just 2 with the hips, definitely. And again, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Keeping them here. 1, 2, 3. Drop back. Dee-dee-doo, dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. If you know how to shoulder shimmy, or if you got into shoulder shimmies when we're doing the warm-up, you can add a little shoulder shimmy at this point. It is possible that I miscounted and that we only have 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. I don't think I did. But if the music gets to that point and we realise, wait, this is all wrong, this doesn't fit, what is going on? It's because I messed up this morning. It's very, very early. So, let's hope I didn't get this wrong. And let's just step it through. So, choose your foot pattern of choice, and we're going to go forward and back and 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 forward and back, and our feet are together. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. Do you want to find out if we got it wrong? Let's see if we can put that to some music. Okay, it was just 2. So the choreography is 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, or whichever version you want. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Then we go 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Drop. Dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. This is how you know I am being honest with you. I didn't go back and re-record it because I messed it up. Shall we try that again? Okay. We got it right. Let's go through that section one more time, and then we'll see if we can remember and glue it on to the bit we did last week. Here we go. oh God, my arms are falling off, to glue that on to the bit we did last week. We're going to do the section we did last week, then the bit we just learned, and then the section we did last week repeats. So just one more time through, and we'll see if we can do the whole thing. Now you will have noticed that I got it wrong there, not you, it was me. As I said before, I tend to noodle around with what I do at either end of this dance, so I kind of went on to autopilot there. For the bit we did last week, it is, in fact, cross and cross and cross and cross, big arms with a roll if you could add them, drop, release, cross and cross and cross and step, big arms, drop and drop and drop, lift, which is also a drop, both times. If I do anything else, it's because I went wrong. If, as I started to say, and then the music kicked in, you already know a bit about belly dance or you feel capable of doing this, when it comes to the forward and back, you can push your hip out on the side of the foot that is stepping. So you can go forward and back and forward and back. It creates a nice accent, and it is the start of layering, which is a thing we use a lot in belly dance. There is no obligation to do this, just a little extra. If you want to try it, we'll do this one more time, with me hopefully not going wrong. Okay, everybody ready? Okay, so if you want a version to copy and go over again and again and again, probably want to do the last one. If you want to rewatch this video several times until you put it all glued into your head, and you can mock me for getting the count wrong as many times as your heart desires, go right ahead. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that, or at least that you have slightly less of a day in which to think, oh God, I'm trapped indoors, what am I going to do with myself? And I'll see you next week. Farewell.